The fall is here, and I want to talk to you about light jackets. That sounded weird. It's like that was almost like me doing an impression of Christopher Walken. The fall is here, and I want to talk to you about jackets and cowbells. Got a fever for more cowbell. That was terrible. But yeah, I want to talk to you about fall jackets because layers, all of the layers. So I have 3 jackets that I am going to show you and we're going to discuss. And the common thread between all 3, they're all made from different materials, but the common thread is that they are not lined, they're not insulated jackets. So these are thin layers for early fall. These are not heavily insulated winter jackets. These are layering jackets. These are looking cool jackets. So while these jackets, they don't have insulation, they are interesting because all 3 of them are made from different materials. I have a jacket from Patagonia that is made out of hemp. I have a corduroy jacket made from a company called Iron and Resin. And then I have your classic Levi's blue jean denim trucker jacket. So they all have similar cuts, although I would say that the hemp jacket from Patagonia is more of a chore jacket. And we'll get into sort of that, why is it a chore jacket? Because of the pockets in the front, really. But they're all fundamentally, in my opinion, sort of the same kind of jacket, the same type of purpose, right? Again, it's a light layer for the early fall, for cold nights, for coldish nights, but not for the winter, not insulation. Once you start to get into that 40, 30 degree mark, these are not going to be the right jackets, at least not without significant layering. But let's talk about what I like about each of them and what I don't like. Let's go. And of course, the second I do this video, the air conditioning kicks on. So if you hear air conditioning noises in the background, I'm sorry. But let's start with the Patagonia Chore Jacket, the hemp chore jacket. This jacket, I was super excited about getting. Patagonia, I'm recording this in August, and Patagonia had a 40% off end of summer sale, so I snapped this one up. I initially bought this jacket in an XL because I was like, cool, let me give myself a little bit of space for layering, and that'll make more sense when I get to the next jacket. But I bought an XL, and it was absolutely enormous on me. And in fact, this is a large. I returned the XL, got a large, and even this is a little bit big. So I am typically within the XL large range right now. So the fact that this thing, the large is big on me, it's enormous on me, in fact. I could have easily gotten away with a medium for this coat. So word to the wise, if you're ordering from Patagonia, you might want to size down. And have other clothes from Patagonia, and that's not a consistent statement. I would say that a lot of the t-shirts that I bought from them, they're probably a little bit big. But some other stuff, I bought a merino wool shirt from them, and it was not oversized. So, but this bad boy, this one, I don't know if it's just because of the chore jacket cut. I don't know what the deal is with this one, but this one is definitely a big guy. It's a little too big. But as a whole, the thing that I like about this jacket and the reason that I gravitated towards hemp material is that it's very durable and rugged. So this jacket is sort of made to take a bit of a beating. It's a little scratch resistant, and that was attractive to me. Also, I like the camel color. You've probably been seeing me do other videos about colors and pants and fashion. I tend to gravitate towards this camel color. So I like it, and I like that I can get this brownish camel color in a coat. So as a whole, I like this jacket. I like it's lighter than I thought it would be. I thought this would be a lot heavier, and it feels heavier when I picked it up. But in comparison to the other 2 jackets, it's probably in the middle. Now you might also be asking, what makes this different than a trucker cut? Why is this a chore coat? So a chore jacket to me, I think one of the big features is that the pockets, you can access the pockets from the top. I think that is a big feature of the chore jacket. So it's generally the cut. You have a collar, right? You have a collared look. You have a down pocket, but then you also have side pockets. And they're not the same pocket. This is not sharing the same pocket. There's a pocket behind the front pocket. But generally a big feature of the chore jacket is the front pockets that go down like this, and then the side pocket. And then also a chore pocket, a standard sort of design feature is you get one pocket here, but you generally don't have a matching pocket on the other side. Some designers make the choice to create the symmetry of the two pockets, but typically you have one pocket with the chore jacket. So yeah, chore jacket. They're very popular right now with men's fashion. It's kind of a classic traditional look, and I like it. I like the look of the jacket. What I'll also do for giggles, we'll do a little layering. I'll be right back. Yeah, so let's layer up a little bit, because that's why I rebought the jacket, because I'm like, let me give myself a little bit of space. So let's layer up. Oh, what? The hoodie matches the shirt that I was wearing. Yeah, we'll be talking about this in a little bit, but check out the new logo. What does the double B stand for? So yeah, even with a hoodie on, and this is a I would say a lightweight to medium thickness hoodie, you know, I still have plenty of space in this coat. So again, if you tend to order, I would order a size down at a minimum, maybe 2 sizes down, to be honest with you. So and right now I'm 5'11", 6 foot, depending on the day at the doctor's. And I'm about 200 pounds right now. So medium feels like a little bit low for me. Like I feel like I should be in a large or XL. So the idea of being in a large or a medium was ridiculous. I didn't even contemplate that as an option. But yeah, so this jacket definitely runs a little big. But with the layering, and again, assuming that I might wear a heavier layer on this, it's fine. It's fine. And again, this is kind of a workman's jacket. I'm expecting to kind of beat this one up a little bit. Another reason why I like this brownish color, I'm wearing khaki, so this is not a great combo. But, you know, assuming that I'm going to wear this with jeans, or I'm going to wear this with like a darker gray pant, you know, this gives you a little bit of options, right? So I don't like the Canadian tuxedo look. I don't like jean on jean. I don't like blue on jean. So that's the reason why I picked the khakis for the denim trucker jacket. So, but again, you can't even see the pants here. But this would be the worst color combination, is the khaki on light brown. But as a whole, you know, right now it is August. It is the middle of August, and I have lights shining on me, and like I'm not sweating to death. Although, you know, again, you could probably hear the air conditioner. So this is not like an enormously heavy jacket in any way. Another nice feature about this one, since we were talking about the pockets, is that there are button snaps. They're not the other. These are snap buttons. So I like that. If you want to access the top buttons easily, you can, and you don't have to go through the aggravation of having to unbutton a coat or unbutton a button. So yeah, Patagonia Chore Jacket. If you can get this thing on sale, if they're running a 40% off sale again, I think I'll put the price here of what I paid for it, but it was definitely under $100. I'm pretty sure it was under $100. So yeah, super. I like this purchase. I like this, and you know, hemp is a sustainable fabric, so it's another reason you want to buy something like this. On to the next jacket. The next jacket is corduroy. It's an iron and resin corduroy Rambler. It's called the Rambler. Who doesn't like things called the Rambler? And there's a couple of cool things going on for this jacket. Number one, green. This one comes in a couple of different colors, but I usually don't buy green things, although my son is like super into the color green. So I kind of bought this in honor of him. I'm like, yo, look, your dad's cool. You can buy a green jacket. Corduroy is a fabric that has always sort of fascinated me. I think, you know, it comes in and out of fashion, but I think this jacket, especially, this has a trucker cut, very similar to the denim jacket. This jacket to me feels timeless and classic. It's also, this iron and resin jacket in particular has a very flattering cut for me. This one has the opposite problem as the Patagonia jacket. Iron and resin, I've bought quite a few clothing articles from them, including a couple of coats. I'm going to do another video on the coats that I've purchased from them. But they tend to run a little bit small as a whole. There's one that I bought that actually is maybe a little bit bigger, because I bought one for my son and actually fit into his, and he's a medium. But besides that, this is an extra large, and there is way less space in this one than there is in the large Patagonia. So I would say if you are between sizes, size up with iron and resin, generally, Again, there's a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, their stuff tends to skew a little bit on the smaller side. Generally accurate, although I will add the caveat, if you're buying pants from a waist perspective, that seems to be bang on. No issues there. I've been buying 34s and they were not tight. So they were pretty accurate. In fact, I bought a 36 pant. I did another review on that, and I thought I wasn't going to fit in them, and they were too big, actually. So they run pretty accurately. Again, as a whole, this one runs a little bit small, but I also feel because it's small, it's a little bit more attractive and flattering for me, this cut. I think I look good in this jacket. I think it's attractive. The jacket is light, so I'm looking forward to the fall. I'm looking forward to being able to wear this in layers, very similar to what I'm doing right now with the hoodie. I think this is going to look really cool, and I think this is going to be, especially for late September and October, this one is going to be my daily driver, and I'm looking forward to wearing it. Again, since I mentioned what made a chore coat cut, you'll notice this one, there are two symmetrical pockets here. They come into a point, which is very typical of a trucker jacket. So this is very much a trucker jacket cut, trucker jacket style. And again, similar to the leather jackets that I've bought in the past that also had a cool trucker cut. This is definitely a trucker cut, very similar to the denim jacket. But I like corduroy. Corduroy has kind of a nice, I'm not going to say it's stretchy, but there is a slight give to it, but it also feels super durable. I feel like it could, sort of handle a couple of scratches and brushes. I really like Iron and Resin as a brand. I've been buying a couple other clothes. They also, this is mid-August. They just completed a pretty big blowout sale. So I loaded up on some stuff because there were some deep discounts up to 70%. So if you might want to wait to buy some of their stuff because it can tend to be expensive. They are expensive stuff as well, but they do run decent sales, and they also reward frequent buying. Every time you buy something, you get like points, and then you can cash those points in for bigger discounts. So they do reward you for frequent purchases. So that's a thing. But like this jacket, I'm really looking forward to wearing it. And again, hopefully me and my son can bond over wearing something in the color green, because I don't really have a lot of green in my wardrobe. And last but not least, your classic, your Levi's. This is just classic Levi's denim jacket. And I'm actually re-recording this particular segment of the video because the previous one that I recorded, it was all blurry. The background ended up getting the focus again. So I don't know what's going on. This is the second time that's happened with this camera. It doesn't like when I do jacket reviews. But yeah, this is your classic Levi's denim trucker jacket. As I mentioned in the other segments with the other coats, you'll see that this one, symmetrical buttons, right? Symmetrical pockets, both sides, and both of these pockets come down to points. As far as the pockets go, there's no top pocket, classic side pocket. As a whole, I was initially going to rag on Levi's. Levi's is notorious for having very inconsistent sizing, but to be perfectly blunt, the Patagonia at a large was way bigger. It is way bigger than this XL. So I would say as far as an XL goes, this one is maybe a smidge, running a smidge on the larger side. But I mean, I'm definitely skewing more towards a large now. So I can't really say that this is wildly inaccurate as far as the jacket goes. I would say that their jeans have wildly inaccurate sizes, especially around the thighs and the butt, which is why I don't typically gravitate towards wearing jeans. I feel like they're immensely unflattering. And the ones that I have been getting now are really more with, and this is probably sacrilege to denim nerds, but I like ones with stretch in it so I can buy smaller, tighter jeans and they're not as unflattering around the hips, the waist, and the thighs. But this denim jacket, I think, is a traditional cut. I don't think it's remotely unflattering. And the best part about this jacket, and I should have led with this, is that I got this on either a Black Friday or an Amazon Prime Day sale. It was $15. I got this for $15, which means at some point you'll be able to probably buy this for $15 too. Like, because when they have these sales, it always ends up coming back. So, I mean, for $15, everybody should probably have a denim jacket in their wardrobe. And again, this thing is pretty light. I would say of the 3 coats, I really thought that the hemp was gonna be the heaviest, but I think this one is just a smidge heavier. And you know, one of the advantages is it does have sort of these interior sort of kind of like freebie pockets. I don't know what I would put in here, but they do have sort of the large interior pockets on both sides. So that's something to take note of. But as a whole, I mean, you really can't complain for $15. This is a great coat for $15. I think it looks good. And, you know, this coat, I'm wearing khakis right now. I can show you in the other B-roll that I took. With khakis, this thing looks great. I think this is a great combination. This is a great fall look, right? You got a little hoodie, you got some layering, you got some khakis on. Like, well, you know, what looks good with khakis? A denim jacket looks good with khakis. I will admit that right now I have a preference for that green iron and resin corduroy jacket, the Rambler. I just think it's that's also an XL, but it's a tighter cut and I think it's more flattering. So, and it's a little bit more, corduroy's a little softer, it's a little bit more breathable. So I'm really looking forward to kind of wearing that as soon as the weather starts to get a little bit cold. And again, these two would probably compete for the same sort of wearing space, but I mean, I can't really complain about this jacket. It's $15. It's decent cut. It's, you know, it's not so stiff that you can't move around in it. So nice option for sure, especially if you can get it on sale. That's the whole thing, right? With all these coats, you got to work the sales. You got to find the sales, and I'll talk about. I've already talked about that when I re-recorded this, so we'll get to that section. But yeah, as a whole, this is very it's your classic Levi's denim jacket, and there's not a damn thing wrong with it, and it's a good look. I just don't gravitate towards blue because I wear a lot of gray and blue toned pants, so I don't like the blue on blue look. But besides that, nothing to complain about. 3 coats for the early fall, for the mid fall. No liners, but cool fashion choices. And again, the intention of this video is to highlight fabrics, right? These fabrics do different things. Hemp, corduroy, durable, denim, a little bit heavier, right? So they're all kind of working man's jackets. They're all sort of similar cuts, but they all bring something to the table. The corduroy has a little bit of breathing to it. The hemp has a little bit more durability and sustainability, and the denim was just freaking cheap. So you got options out there, and you have choices. So keep your eyes peeled to the sales sites. I like to use frugal male fashions when it's not always frugal cheap brands, but I don't know why they call it frugal. But they'll always let you know if there's a sale going on that Reddit thread. And slickdeals.com also is a good place, especially Macy's. Macy's runs some banger sales. So if you're looking for some upgrades with your clothing, keep an eye on when Macy's is running a sale. In that frugal male fashion subreddit, they have a tendency of letting you know when some more boutique brands are running sales. So that's when you can kind of load up and pick up some good choices. So, you know, just in case, you know, people shouldn't go out and pay full retail for all these things all the time. So yeah, a lot of good choices, a lot of good options. Let me know your thoughts on fabric choices, fall jackets, if you guys are looking for something specific, or if you love a particular type of fabric or a particular type of coat. Would love to hear your feedback. Haven't even gotten into the whole the waxed canvas jackets. That's going to be a different conversation for a different day, but I know they're very popular with men and male fashion right now. So that's going to be a whole thing. I got another video coming about coats. So thank you for watching this video. Leave a comment, leave suggestions, leave feedback. Always appreciate it. And thank you for watching. I'll be back with another one when I record it. Take care.